Hey guys, oh hey, it's your girl Shifi Ali with my 28-week pregnancy update. 28 weeks pregnant means that I am finally in the third trimester of this pregnancy, and I'm really happy about that, because if this child follows its sister and brother, I did give birth to my first child, my son, at 38 weeks 3 days, and I gave birth to my daughter at 38 weeks 5 days, which means this baby is coming in 10 weeks if things go the way that hopefully I'm planning for them to go. Something else that's been very interesting to me is I've been feeling the baby rolling around a lot. So not so much kicks, but more or less like the rolling, like I can feel body parts, which I can't identify yet. The baby is supposed to be a size of an eggplant, which is 14.8 inches, and it should weigh around 2 pounds, but I don't know, because my babies are always smaller than what, you know, the websites say. So, but I'm really excited to be finally able to share the movements with the other children, because now that he's rolling around, my son and daughter are able to see my stomach kind of moving around. So that's really exciting and very fun for the kiddies. My constipation is finally gone. Farewell to constipation. I'm dropping it like it's hot. And that, for me, is a gift from God, because when you are constipated and you have a baby, your stomach, you just feel tight all the time. So I'm very thankful to God that that is out of my way. In terms of my hair being brittle, remember last week I told you guys that my hair was feeling really rather brittle. I was not putting enough moisture in my hair. My eyelashes are still not doing what it is that I want them to do, but my hair is not as brittle anymore because I've been using mane and tail. What was it? Mane and tail. It's something 4C. It's green. It's a new line. In addition to the lemonade and coconut cream. I don't know, I'm new to this life, so if you guys are experiencing that brittle feeling, I use Miracle 10 leave-in conditioner with that mane and tail twist out curl, and my twist out, I mean, it's pretty good this time. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, we felt the baby hiccup for the first time. Like, this is the first time in any of my pregnancies. I've never felt any of my children hiccup, but it was hiccups. It was like, it was a subtle. I'm recording. I'm gonna call you as soon as I'm done. We felt the baby hiccup, and my husband was there too, so that was cool that he got to see that. And he was like, whoa, you could see it. You could see my stomach like subtly like have the jerky move, so that was great. What else happened this week? This week has been really, it's not that much that has changed. You know, I'm still having a hard time sleeping at night, but it's not as bad as it had been. The Braxton Hicks have slowed completely down. I had a couple of them this morning, but I didn't overdose on the water last night. But the water is definitely helping me, because I have not been experiencing Braxton Hicks on the level that it keeps me like pinned down to the bed, and you know, it kind of slows me down, but I'm extremely tired. I know that that comes with the territory, and I'm carrying extra weight. My frame is not, you know, it's not used to accommodating extra body weight. So I know that that is probably why I've been experiencing a lot of the pains that I have. But in terms of my sciatica being in pain, I have been, you know, consistently working out, and I decided that I was going to focus more on that area. So here's like 3 moves that I do. I don't know if you guys are having issues with your sciatic nerve. I know many women in their third trimester especially, or approaching that third trimester, have, you know, troubles with that. So I want to insert this clip right here. And I wanted to share with you all the fact that I know throughout this pregnancy, if you've been on this journey with me, you've been watching these updates, you know that I have been kind of really tailoring my food diet, my food regimen, I'll say, to the needs of my pregnancy. You know, fiber for constipation, extra water and green vegetables for, you know, the antioxidants that you need. Antioxidants, are what fight off cell damage. That's, you know, that aids in the prevention of stretch marks. But I've decided that I'm only eating healthy foods from now on. This is what I did in my last 2 pregnancies as well, because as you guys know, in the 3rd trimester the baby rapidly picks up weight, and so I don't want to rapidly pick up weight as well. That's one thing. The second thing is, and the most important thing, I need to make sure that I have enough milk and that the colostrum is good for the baby when he first latches on, if he latches on. And so I'm really monitoring what I eat, so no snacking the way that I love to snack. I love to eat cereal late at night, and I like to eat like Cheez-Its and Lorna Doone cookies, and you know, I have it in moderation, but I've decided that I'm completely cutting out anything. So when I go home to New York, I won't be having any pizza. I won't be having any pizza, which is going to be very difficult because I like these things, and I know that in anything in moderation, everything, even, you know, when you're working on being fit, it's really all about moderation. You don't only have to have healthy things, but as for me, in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, I just want to make sure that my body is fit and prepared for baby. And you do kind of feel a little more sluggish. At least I do. I feel a lot more sluggish when I'm eating poorly, when I have a lot more pasta in my regimen, when I'm eating more bread, like all that stuff. I'm really trying to turn it around. So instead of having a cheeseburger and french fries, I'm having a cheeseburger and a yam. You know what I mean? Sauteed in olive oil. You know, just minor. I'm making minor changes, and I've upped my water game by about 2 bottles. So like if I was having 6 bottles a day, now I'm having 8. I just want to really make sure that I'm on top of it. I have in my 1st pregnancy, I focused solely on cardio, and I did some moves to kind of open me up, but not the way that I did in my 2nd pregnancy. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was intent on, I was lifting and I was preparing my body for delivery. So when you guys are watching my fitness videos, you're not going to see me lifting weights like hard body like you did when I was, you know, before pregnancy, because pregnancy, prenatal fitness is all about opening up your hips and preparing your body to give birth. So that's what stage I'm in. I'm not missing a day, which I was kind of slacking off a little bit here and there, because as you know, in the 1st and 2nd trimesters, your body is becoming acclimated to this foreign, you know, substance essentially that's inside, which is a baby. And so, you know, you're tired, your hormones are varying, but right now I'm full of energy. I know that I'm going to be tired. Like today was a bit of a rough transition when I was working out, but I pushed through it because I really need to open my body up in preparation for delivery. So if you guys are not working out and you haven't worked out your entire pregnancy, but you want to start to prepare your body for fitness, just like I asked my husband if he can incorporate some of the moves into the vlog. So if you can, try to you know, take a couple of the moves that you see me doing in times 10 or times 15, whatever you're comfortable with, and just start opening yourself up for labor. And you know, those stretches are really, really, really important, because it really helps with, you know, the baby coming down and things like that. But be careful, because remember, the relaxin in your body makes all your limbs looser, and the closer you get to delivery, the more your muscles and your joints are just kind of like floppy. 1 second, guys. Okay, let me finish recording and I'll be right out. Okay, thank you. Hi, handsome. Let me finish.
Mom has to finish recording. Come on.
Yeah, can we see?
No.
You need to wash your face and hands, okay?
Let's go. Yeah, and the hair is looking like the best hairstyle you've had.
Thank you.
The best.
My husband is so complimentary. I'm so blessed. You really need that too when you're at the end of pregnancy. I don't know if you guys can tell. For me, like, I see my face is getting a little fuller around the sides. That's why I put my hair back, so you guys can really get a full look at my face. My cheeks are starting to fill up. My nose area is starting to spread, which, like I said, it's cool. I said that last week. I'm okay with you know, weight gain in pregnancy, because I know that I'll drop it off, and you can too if you just, you know, keep in mind that you're not feeding for 2, you're feeding for 1. Your baby is going to get, and I may have said this in other videos because I'm an advocate of this philosophy, your baby is going to get whatever it is it needs. That's how drug addicts are able to have babies, and the babies, excuse me, other than, you know, some issues, they are okay, because your baby's getting what it needs. It needs calcium. It's just taking it from your bones. You're the one who's going to have to go to the dentist. So try to be as healthy as you possibly can in pregnancy. I've also decided to change my sleep patterns because, like I said, my other kids came at 38 weeks. So if everything goes the way that I hope it goes, this baby will be born in 10 weeks. I need my husband and I to be well rested and prepared. If this is your first pregnancy, it's going to be tough on you when you give birth because you're just not used to sleeping like based on a baby. Yes, in pregnancy at the end, it's difficult for you because you're just like, oh my God, I'm uncomfortable, and you're tossing and turning. But for the most part, you're still operating on you. When you're giving birth to a person, especially when you're a nursing mom, the child is waking up every 2 hours if you're lucky. My kids woke up like every hour to hour and a half wanting to nurse, and you know you have to feeding babies whenever they want to eat because you don't know how much they're getting. It's not like with a bottle. And so that's like a culture shock. And in our case, when you have two other children who have, like, my son has a full schedule and my daughter for the most part is on a schedule as well, we just need to really prepare our minds, our hearts, our spirit for the birth of this child. So I've asked my husband, you know, would you please get all your work done by 10 p.m. and so that we can be well rested in the morning and have that energy that we need to get through the day. Oh, the heartburn. I think the heartburn has just become a part of my life. I don't think that it's gonna go away. So I have heartburn no matter how well I eat. The trick to eliminating some of the pressures is eating more times a day, smaller meals, which of course I do, but I notice that the heartburn is still omnipresent. Like, it's always there. And so I'm like, okay, I've got heartburn. That's just what it is. I don't know. I haven't noticed any stretch marks yet. I noticed a dry patch of skin on my right side, which is probably indicative of stretch marks coming, but you know, it is what it is. I got 4 in my last pregnancy, so I mean, we cannot decide on a name for this baby. This is, it's just something I've decided to live with. About 2 weeks ago, I was obsessing over it. I was freaking out. I was contacting everybody I love. Like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? But the bottom line is, I don't know what to name this baby. So I think my husband and I are going to have a Q&A with you guys to get some ideas. So if you have some S names rolling around in your brains that are different, you know, let us know. But this is really, really tough for me anyway. Like, a name is just such a big deal, and my husband is all about names having purpose, and I'm all about names being unique. And so we're trying to bring those two worlds together, and it's not that simple. We are also struggling with, like, where do we put the child? So I was thinking, do I take my office? I wanted to take my office slash closet and just convert it into a nursery, or put Saya in here. My husband was like, no, that's your space. You need that space for yourself, you know, and anyway, you're gonna want to be with the new baby. Yes and no, because like right now his things like are all over my room. So like I have some of the baby's clothes in my closet. The things that need to be in a drawer are folded up and put on a chair. It's making my office look really messy. And so I think we're gonna start to look for a bigger house, because I don't know that Sai and Sharif, my other 2 kids, are going to be able to stay in a room together. And then last night my son told me, it was so sweet, he said that he wanted the baby to sleep in their room, which is ideal. There is room. There's space for the baby to be in his room. I kind of thought he wanted that. And so I, you know, did their room in such a way where there would be room. However, I don't want the baby to wake the baby, Saya, my second child, up when he's wanting to nurse and it's such a long walk. So at this point, we don't have like nurseries. I'm just like looking around at other YouTubers and I'm like, oh, it's so cute. These nurseries are so beautiful. But realistically, how much time does the infant spend in a nursery? You know what I mean? So I'm up in the air with that one, guys. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to say other than I don't know what my baby's going to be named, where the baby's going to sleep, and I don't know where we're delivering the baby yet at this point. So none of the hospitals that I'm finding are up to my standards. So I guess I'll just show you guys my stomach, and I'm going to incorporate showing my back because now everything is starting to spread. I want you guys to get a full like 360 of what pregnancy does to your changing body. That is my belly. Whoop, there it is. And remember guys, when something seems bad, turn it around and make something good.